All right.
We're live.
We're a bit unprepared. We were talking about Tolkien, so that happens.
That is the best preparation.
Yes, definitely. So, welcome to the CosCast, episode 54. This is the pre-NCC special. So, I am your main host, Pixiedust Cosplay, and with me I have my co-hosts.
Annabella Cosplay.
And Enyassia Cosplay.
And together with us today, we have some wonderful guests. We have Teresa's Cosplay, Pancakeart Cosplay, and Pixiedust Cosplay, who are all part of Team Norway for the NCC 2016. Welcome!
Oh, Norway!
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Okay, so before we go into tonight's main theme, which is obviously the NCC, we're going to talk a little bit about cosplay progress, which is one of our usual segments. So have we made anything cosplay related this week?
Sadly, no. I've been too busy with work and work after work and work after work after work again, so no.
No, nothing. I've been working on making some pants for Link, and they turned out pretty great, except that they're way too big in the midriff section, so I have to remake that part. So, that's always sad. Any of you lovely ladies make anything this week?
I've been in university work hell. I have this little thing that is another life with university and school and things. It doesn't allow for cosplay all the time.
Really? You have another passion and other things you do besides cosplay? What is this?
I wouldn't describe it as a passion. I've been sitting with my books like surrounded by a small mountain of papers and just staring longingly over at my work desk and my clay things.
It's like I wish. Well, how about you, Clumsy Cat?
Yeah, actually I started making glimmers for my Daughter of Evil. And I officially started working on my Vaporium Gijinka for BonsaiCon. So, yay, I did something.
Cool. I've been seeing a lot of Eevee Evolution Gijinkas flying around the internet lately. It's very popular.
You're so cute.
Very much so. How about you, Ingrid?
I've just started today, actually, very delayed, working on Freya for Star Wars Celebration. So I was meant to start on Friday, and then I got ill, and basically didn't feel like doing anything but sitting on my couch, languishing, and
like one does.
Like one does, and yesterday it was kind of like Eurovision, yay, and that was all I managed to do, really.
I feel you.
But today I started, so yeah, I've done some cutting and sewing. I've done a bleach test of a material, which I'm gonna bleach. So yeah, and that turned out pretty good. So yay!
Yay! Good start. So did any of you other guys watch the Eurovision Song Contest yesterday?
Yes, we had a party.
Cool.
I still have so much cake in my fridge.
So what did you think? Were you happy with the winner and everything?
Sure.
I mean, it was such a political thing, wasn't it?
It was.
But I mean, I was happy because even though Australia was my favorite of the songs, you can't have Australia winning Eurovision.
No, they're not European, really, though,
are they? They're not European. They can't win Eurovision.
Then again, kind of the same with a lot of the other countries.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Israel isn't really European.
True. I was cheering for Israel. Yeah. Well, I was cheering for Israel, but mainly because that was very sparkly Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I liked him too. He actually got the biggest points on my own chart that I made myself.
Aw, you're such a nerd. You made a chart.
Yeah, I did. It's the first time I ever did that because I was having a Eurovision party at home, alone, just me and my dog.
I was
That's kind of party.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it sounds off
I'm
the
just
hook.
happy Ukraine beat Russia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, with a song called 1944. I mean, how more political can you get?
Yeah, exactly.
It was such a huge fuck you, and I just imagine all the Americans and Australians watching was like, what? Why? What happened?
What is this?
I didn't think the song was particularly good, but obviously it had a very strong message.
Yeah, no, I thought the song in itself was kind of boring. But yeah, the message got through. That's important. Although the Eurovision Song Contest isn't supposed to be political, strictly speaking, but
It always is.
it always is.
Supposed to, but is. I just love the whole Dumbledore theme of, you know, it was like the bloody Triwizard tournament, and it's like, yes, thank you, Australia, you did really well, but I have some last-minute points to about.
Yeah. Way to connect it back to geekdom.
Well
done.
Australia, did you put your name into the goblet of fire?
Oh, by the way, Ingrid, this is my Josie wig. I haven't straightened it out yet, but...
Is that the Josie wig?
Yes, the Josie wig!
I'm so excited about this.
I am too. I just need to remove some of the curls and cut it a bit, and it'll be perfect. Okay. Ryurai says, by the way, Pixie and Enyassia, thank you so much for doing my cosplay challenge. I really appreciate it. You're welcome. It was very fun. For those of you who might not know what it is, Ryurai challenged us to do a Norwegian cosplay challenge. So we had to take a picture in something very Norwegian in a cosplay that we've done previously. So I did Death in my bunad. So that picture is out on my Facebook page if anyone wants to check that out. And Enyassia did Link in a russehatt. So it was fun.
Yours got reblogged by someone, though.
Yes!
It got retweeted?
Yes. It got retweeted by Neil Gaiman.
Oh.
Very funny. So I've never had this many likes on Twitter before, that's for sure.
That's awesome, though.
Very happy. I almost cried. It's like Neil Gaiman's seen my cosplay. Oh my god. It was really funny. Okay, so let's move on before we spend way too much time on this segment. Let's get onwards to cosplay news, which is news and things from the cosplay and geek community that we find interesting. Let's see. I'm just going to find... Where are they? Okay. So the first item on our agenda was that I stumbled over this very cute Harry Potter themed wedding, and I thought that I want to share it because it's super sweet. Let's see. So there are just pictures of someone who had a Harry Potter themed wedding with wands, and there was a garter and Gryffindor Slytherin shoes and texts from the books and the bouquets and stuff. You're a wizard, Harry. I thought that was very
Was
cute.
the groom called Harry?
I don't know. No, Cassie and Lewis.
Ah.
So, not very Harry Potter related names, actually.
You can
I'm just
pretend.
seeing my future right there.
Yeah?
If I ever get married.
This is your future.
And to be fair, that's the only reason I would get married is to have like a wedding like that. So
It's too late for me, but I do know a place in England that has got like a really nifty Victorian-esque look if anyone needs a tip, so...
Oh, there you go. Well, I had a Gothic Victorian inspired look for my wedding, so yeah. Won't be able to do this, but oh, I wish I had.
You can always do like at your 10th anniversary.
Yes.
yes.
Our 10th anniversary will be Harry Potter themed, or Lord of the Rings, or Star Wars. I haven't decided yet.
What about
All
all
of
of
them.
them?
All of them.
Mesh.
Yes.
I mean, I have a friend who just made like a Sith Fëanor from the Silmarillion cosplay. That is
Okay.
really cool.
On point.
It sounds very cool.
Because she had an event that had a sci-fi theme, and she decided that, you know, she can make Tolkien costumes for anything. No matter what the theme is.
It's her
He really
secret.
does do it well, though.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Is her superpower.
Yes.
Okay. The next thing is I found this crazy anime pancake art on Utaku. I mean, some people aren't even this good at drawing with a normal pen and pencil, so to make this in pancakes, I think is pretty crazy.
I've seen someone do the same just with like characters from the Avengers.
Mm.
Ooh.
It's like, how do you even get the idea? I know. I want to paint anime characters on pancakes.
It's been popular the last year though.
It's very
Making
creative.
stuff out of
They're
pancakes.
so cute, I could just eat them up.
My question, no, that's my question. How do you eat that? Because if I was served that, I would not be able to ruin it.
No,
You
exactly.
have to
eating
take like a dozen pictures and post them all on Instagram, and then you could eat
Yes,
it.
then you could eat it.
I just felt like, this is your art, thus your soul, I will devour yours.
That took a turn for the creepy. All right. Also, this cosplayer has gotten a shield that actually works, like the one from the Avengers movie. It's magnetic and everything.
I
No
need that
way.
It is so cool. Seriously. I mean, yeah. So, the shield was built by a company called MachinaProps for the customer, which was the hacksmith. So and he now has a fully functional Captain America shield, and I'm kind of jealous.
Aren't we all?
Kind of.
As one should be. I mean, he's not my favorite Avenger, but I would still like a shield that flies and comes back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if I could get the arm, you know, Bucky's arm, I'll be very happy.
I want to make that, but there's no good way of making that.
It's difficult.
It really
Very.
isn't.
All right, let's move on. This is maybe not news, but I thought it was really funny. There's this guy that goes around the cons with Rocket's free cosplay repair. So you can just find him at conventions. If your cosplay breaks apart, then he'll fix it for you.
That's adorable.
That is so cute. He's got even little like alarm lights on the top of his sign and everything. Very funny. So apparently he's been doing this for quite some time and has been very popular.
I can
So yeah,
understand that.
I just thought that was very fun. Right, and also the last one, which is kind of the most serious and coolest one also, was this article from raked.com about Meet the Woman Who Invented Cosplay. I wouldn't say she invented it, but she was one of the pioneers who really started it out. And this is Myrtle R. Douglas, who is an American woman who created some of the very first fan sci-fi costumes that kind of became, got a lot of attention at conventions. So this is a pretty long article, but I've been writing a lot about the history of cosplay and the practice of cosplays in my bachelor dissertation, and I just thought that this was really interesting and inspiring. So this is Myrtle. Let's see, in her homemade first ever cosplays, and that's her boyfriend, which she also made the costume for. And she's also been the.
I mean, we should talk, because while you've been writing about the history of cosplay, I've been writing my essays on like fandom history, the history of fan fiction, those kind of things, and it's so interesting, especially how the entire thing was just driven by women.
Yeah, it was, and that
Early
some of them didn't get all the attention they deserved either, like Myrtle.
No, yeah, and you get now like the whole fake geek girl thing, like girls can't be proper nerds and that kind of thing. It's like we invented nerddom in this sense.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably a joint effort, but we were there all along. It's just that we've been overlooked, and it hasn't been okay for girls to be this outspokenly geeky before, sort of.
Did you catch the latest storm around Santa Fe Comic-Con, though?
No, I haven't.
I don't know what happened.
Oh,
Pray
God.
do tell.
Yes. The organizer of the convention basically posted on the business page for the convention that this conversation between him and a cosplayer who'd gotten in touch and asked if they could get their travel and accommodation and ticket covered against having a table there. And they basically said that no, sorry, we don't do that because we want to support the local community, but they did so in a very snarky manner, and then they posted it publicly. And although it's all anonymous, it's a little bit of a faux pas. But that wasn't the bad bit. The bad bit was how they tackled it when people started saying that this is a bit of a faux pas, and then suddenly they started going into how there's so many fake cosplayers who contact us and want to be featured when they don't really cosplay, they just want to show off their boobs with costumes they've bought from eBay. And picked up the fudge storm. And it's all on Imgur, and it's, So if you just Google Santa Fe Comic Con, you will get the whole story up. It's just, even Yaya Han and other quite big cosplayers got in there and said that, look, this isn't really cool. And said so very eloquently. And, yeah.
Yeah, no, makes me
so,
angry.
The myth of the fake geek girl still lives and thrives, unfortunately.
I'm pretty sure I could write a whole master's paper about fake geek girls and you know, the whole assumption that there is such a thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that kind of concludes our news bit. So let's move into something a little bit more cheerful and a little bit more, well, I don't know, cheerful. Yeah, cheerful was the word I was looking for. Which is our main theme, which is the interview with you, our lovely NCC guests. So maybe I thought we could show some pictures of your cosplays, just so people can get more acquainted with you guys. And then we'll get into the questions. Let's see. So I thought I would share Clumsy Cat first. So this is your Duke of Venomania.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. And it was taken by Donarchy and edited by Jellyside. So this was taken at GeekCon, I think?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Quite recently.
We were also there, so it's funny that we didn't meet you, but then again...
I'm very good at hiding at conventions.
I think we all are. Let's see. And this is your Daughter of Evil. This is also by Donarchy Photography.
Yeah, he's the only photographer who finds me, I guess.
He knows your skills. He knows your strategies. And our next is I'm not sure which character is this.
Hana from Gate 7.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this.
No, it's a very unknown clamp manga.
Okay, so this is the one you qualified for the NCC with?
2 years ago, but I didn't go that time, so this time I qualified with Daughter of Evil.
Okay, cool. It's very detailed. I really love the colors and the.
Yeah, that's some old picture actually. I've remade most of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still gorgeous though.
Yes, it is. You should totally update your Facebook page and put in lots of gorgeous pictures of this.
Yes, details. I mean, I was a judge when you entered with this for this Spiel Expo, and just all the details in the hat, and I just wanted to poke on everything.
Yeah, that was the new version.
Cool. Yes, we want more pictures. Give us.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, the next one is Ingrid's. So this is your Keely, and this is what you're bringing for the NCC this year.
Yeah.
You're such a beautiful Keely. I could just fangirl over you all day.
Is this when we bring up the stories from HobbitCon? Because that beard and its like 50+ charm points.
Yeah, I know, right.
Because once she wears this, she will legitimately just charm every person within like 20-meter radius. It's
We've agreed
ridiculous.
that my beard and my chest hair gives me plus 50 in charisma.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, people they find themselves being very confused after meeting you in your Keely cosplay.
I still don't quite know how to deal with that.
No, well,
It's very nice, I think.
careful with your powers, woman. Okay, next one. This is your Mitchell, which is also creating a lot of confusion in the cosplay community. Very good.
Thank you.
Very Mitchell-y. And next one, Meriden from Dragon Age. This was taken by Starbit photography. This is also very pretty. You
I
threw
really
this.
enjoy cosplaying Maridon because it's so chill.
Yes, and also now you have your creme. And yeah, you have your creme in the old Normandy Studios, Jossum, I think.
Yes.
Such a
My
cute
God.
couple.
Mm,
And then last but not least, we have Teresa's cosplay. Now this is one of your most recent ones. This is Asajj,
yes, that one.
and the photo is by Okami Photography, and this is so cool.
I heard you had an awesome performance at the sci-fi fair.
Well, apparently people thought so.
So sad
I was
we
very
missed it.
scared because I hadn't really. It was put together very quickly. I just decided the week before that was going to enter. And apparently it went well. So yay.
Yeah,
It
I
was
mean, it went very well. You won a prize, so.
Yes. Now I can maybe afford more cosplays.
Yay!
And conventions.
And convention! Yay! Okay, next one. This is Bofer, and this was by Spooks Photography.
Yes.
Yes, and this is one of your most recent pictures of Bofer, I think.
Yes. I mean, he's a lot of fun to get pictures. I'm never as handsome as I am when I am Bofer, which is weird because he's not supposed to be a handsome character.
No,
But
not
we
really.
We went up into the mountains, and that was just the perfect backdrop for this guy.
I saw your performance at Torukon last year, and I thought it was really funny and very, you know, well thought through.
I like the barrel bit.
Yes.
I got stuck in that barrel. That was fun. That's not supposed to happen.
Fun bit. That was very funny.
I like that you also, because I was up there like semi-panicking, trying to get out of this goddamn barrel before my next sound cue. And thankfully I like predicted that that might happen, so I had like some time to get out. But man, that was not supposed to happen.
It was very method. It was very method acting.
Yes, I don't think anyone noticed that it wasn't supposed to be that way.
I mean, it's such a character thing. It's definitely something Bofer would do.
Yes, for sure. Okay, last one. This is Kamile. This is also by Okami Photography.
Yes.
Yes, and all the details in that armor, my god. And you have so many cosplays on your page. I'm so impressed.
I've been doing this for a while.
Hmm.
And that one took me so long to do
I
this.
can imagine. Because there's not just a lot of armor. There's wings with feathers and lots of gold details and stuff. And, like, yeah.
The thing that took the longest time you can't actually see in this picture because I managed to choose a costume that has the most detail on the back, because that back piece you see there is hand embroidered. And it took forever. It's such a detailed piece, and you can see it in exactly 1 or 2 pictures of me that's been taken from the back.
Oh.
It's so sad.
Cool though, isn't it?
At least you have those 2 pictures.
I have those 2 pictures.
Would be very sad if you didn't have any. Okay, well, that concludes our little slideshow. So now I think people have a very good idea of how talented and fantastic you are. So we can move into the questions. Enyassia, do you maybe want to do the first question?
Sure.
Because I feel like I've talked a lot now.
Yeah, you're a real blabbermouth, aren't you? If you didn't talk, no one would, so it's okay. Okay. I guess this is for all of you guys, so you can just shoot in whenever. How did you qualify for the NCC, and which cosplay did you win the contest with?
Yes, I qualified at the Metrocon with my Daughter of Evil.
Bring it back.
Martina?
Yeah, no, as mentioned, I qualified at Torukon with Bofer. Had a lot of fun with that.
and I qualified with folder, not folder. Yeah, the
Moppe inlevering.
Yeah, online
I'm
qualifier.
completely blanked now.
Online qualifier.
It was an online submit a folder sort of competition thing, and I competed with Keely. So I basically sent in pictures and video of performance.
Cool.
Very nice. And we can take same rotation. Why did you choose to cosplay this particular character?
Oh, funny guy. I like that.
Are we doing the same role?
In the background.
We can hear Rick very well.
My
I chose Star of Evil because I really like the story around that character, and there is no other character on Earth that loves cake as much as her and me. So yeah, it's a good fit.
Yeah, cake. I love cake too.
You should come to my house and eat all the stuff that's in my fridge.
I would love
I would.
We have rainbow cake.
Cake is the magic word. Rainbows.
Rainbows.
Yes,
My turn?
Martina. Yes.
Yes. Well, I'm a little tiny bit of a Tolkien nerd. Just a tiny bit. No. So, I mean, I think the costume design there is really good, and I love the dwarves. So it was just a matter of picking one of them or more now. And at the time, I was kind of considering multiple, but so many people have done Feeling, Keely, and Thorin, so I decided why not go for some of the ones that haven't been done as many times, and Boffer just speaks to me on a very basic level. I think the scene from the Desolation of Smaug in Lake Town, where he is late for the boat, knocks his head against the table, goes, "By my beard, is that the time?" and rushes out. Sadly speaks to a lot of my personal faults. And so that's when I really decided, like, I cannot not do this.
It's kind of funny. Both of you have chosen cosplays based on character traits that you find within yourself. Clumsy Cat loves cake, and Teresa is a little late.
He's an imaginary fairy.
Other things about him as well. He's a very positive, and well, that's not necessarily me, but he has a good outlook on things, and he's a very lovely person.
Kind of miss that.
He seems like a genuinely nice person throughout the films, so I agree with that. Ingrid, how about you? Why did you choose Keely?
To be honest, because
It's Keely.
yes. No, it's because it's the cosplay that I've spent the most time making. I've redone stuff so many times. I've made the sword 3 times. And yeah, there's just so many years of work, and I figured that, yeah, if I'm going to do this, it'll have to be Keely. And yeah, I have a lot of fun cosplaying him, so I think, yeah, why not? Let's just do this. And plus I wanted to see Team Norway in Sweden and be there, so I figured this was a good way to get to NADCon when I'm kind of broke.
Yes, this is very true. It's like, I'll compete, that way I won't have to pay for my travel. It's very clever. So, I mean, why did you decide to compete in the qualifier? Well, you kind of answered that question already. You wanted to go, so. Okay, so question 4. Annabella, do you want to take it?
Yeah. So I think we just do the way around we've answered the question so far. What do you think could be some of the reasons why your cosplay managed to qualify for the NCC?
I think maybe it's because I really love to work with details, like hidden details that people won't really see because it's on the inside of the dresses or whatever I'm making. So I really love to make it as perfect as I can, even if I'm not really good enough to make it that good. So I'm trying and failing and trying again. So, yeah,
But
in the
that's
end,
how you learn.
yeah, it is. We all start somewhere and then we work our way forward.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Martina?
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of a very all-round cosplayer. Like, I'm not an expert at anything. There are people who are better than me, so much better than me at sewing, at making armor, at everything you can do. There are people who are way better than me, but I tend to kind of just bring it all together. So I think, especially with Beaufort, he kind of had a bit of everything. I worked with every kind of technique and also made sure to do a lot of weathering and work to make the character.
God.
What?
She's actually really good.
Well,
Just
I don't
be
know.
honest.
It was just a effort for me to make sure that, okay, I'm not just making the costume. I am making this character, and this character has spent how many years traveling and sleeping outside in this costume. So I wanted to really break it down and make it look realistic, and then bring that into the act as well. So kind of have this whole all-round thing, which sometimes if you do kind of well with all the things, it climbs above stuff that's really, really good at only one thing, in my experience.
But that's a very, very clever way of thinking about it, like going into your character's history and their lifestyle, and like, okay, this guy travels a lot, therefore his clothes must look, travel weary. It's a good methodology, I think. So Ingrid, how about you?
I'd like to think that it's a combination of craftsmanship and that I managed to convey the character. I added 2 performances. Actually, I can't remember if I added the Toricon one, but I added at least 1 performance from LSCC to my submission, and I'd like to think that it helps being able to also perform and show that you have performance mettle when you're going into a competition like this. But in the end, there were the people that I were competing against, at least the ones I know of, were absolutely amazing. They have fantastic craftsmanship and they are both very good at conveying characters. So for my part, I just feel like, yeah, I got really lucky. But I'm very thankful and I feel honoured to have won against such competent components.
Also, chest hair. Can you chest hair? Right. Yeah, good answer. Annabella, question 5 maybe?
Yeah, we're sort of wondering if you guys are wearing the same costumes for the NCC, or are you making something new?
I was planning on making something new. I started 3 different new ones, and then I realized I was way ahead of these. I've swallowed too much or something, because no, I can't finish this in time, so I'm doing Daughter of Evil and making Servant of Evil for my assistant instead. That will take less time.
And now Ingrid is kind of in a special situation because you have to bring Keely.
Yeah, which is fine, because I wouldn't have had the time to make anything new in like 3 months. So, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. And Martina, you're bringing Beaufort, or?
I am making something new. Well, I am, and I get what Maiken is saying about being in over your head, because I have so many things left. The costume is actually wearable. I wore it for HobbitCon in the kind of primary state, but there's so many details. I'm making another dwarf. I'm making Ori, which very few people know who is, but you will after the NCC, hopefully. He is also one of my favorites. He's a sweet little nerd of a dwarf. The one with a slingshot. And yeah,
Yeah.
He's adorable.
Adorable.
He's one of the youngest one, isn't he?
He is the youngest, actually. Yes, at least in the film
Got
version.
more beard than Keely.
Oh, no, but he's I think it's one of those costumes who it's really deceptively complicated. Because I got a lot of compliments on certain things at HobbitCon, but no one really noticed, like, or I got compliments on having chosen a good fabric for the vest. But the vest is not, I didn't choose a fabric, I made it. It's sewn together of like 1,000 small triangles.
Oh, wow, really?
Combine it. So, like, it's gonna look deceptively simple on stage, but hopefully people will realize that there's a lot of work put into this.
Well, luckily the judges will get the chance to actually get a closer look.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, like the winner of the Swedish national championship was the Crow, the lady from Bloodborne, and that costume also looks deceptively simple, but when you go up close, there are a lot of tiny details, and the craftsmanship alone, you know.
So much leather work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really, really nice leather work there.
And some lovely seam work on that coat.
I have one question though that we haven't prepared. Since both Ingrid and Martina is doing characters from the same fandom, the same movie, but how do you guys feel about that? Do you think it's going to be of your like a positive thing, or are people going to, you know, compare?
I think it's going to be amazing.
It's great.
Yeah.
I don't think at least I don't look at this as a contest really.
No.
I am not like what's gonna give me an advantage in the contest. I don't think like that because that's just gonna ruin the experience.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad to have my fellow dwarf,
Yes.
dwarf bro, with me, so we can geek out together and have a great time and sing some dwarven drinking songs along the way.
So we're expecting lots of
totally
dwarf.
Yes.
Cool. Tonya? Next question, maybe? Question 6?
Yeah. Have you ever competed in the NCC before?
I haven't competed in the NCC. Qualified for it once before, but I had to cancel since I was moving to Japan at that point. So this will be my first time actually competing. So.
You were in Euro cosplay though.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
And how was that experience for you?
Oh, that was really, really fun. There was so many amazing cosplays, and you can see them up close and just turn around and fangirl all over them. Yeah, I was very satisfied. I think I placed 11th or something in that, so
that's not bad at all. No, because it's the Euro Cosplay Championship is a very big contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations on that. Martina, have you been in the NCC?
Yeah, this will actually be my third time competing, and I was a judge last year. I can't really seem to stay away. I think it's a motivating thing for me because I'm not good at getting big costumes done unless I have something specific to finish them for. So things like the NCC is what really pushes me to improve my skill and really get stuff done that I wouldn't otherwise.
A deadline really does help.
I can totally relate to that.
I would probably have spent one more month on my Arwen costume if I didn't have Arthacon to prepare to earlier this year. So, pushes you. Okay, so what are you looking forward to the most about the NCC?
I'm really looking forward to seeing all the other people I will compete with and see their amazing cosplays up close because I've seen some of the pictures that I qualified with and they look so amazing and I want to see them up close.
Yeah, definitely the same. I mean, I know quite a few of the people from before. There's a few people I've been talking to a bit online just because we started talking when people qualified. And like every time it's just a social part and getting to hang out with everyone. That's the absolute best part.
Yeah.
I'm just really looking forward to the experience. This is probably the biggest competition I've qualified for so far, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to just being backstage and getting to meet all these other cosplayers and yeah, feel the buzz and perform on stage there. It's going to be fun. And not to mention, look at all the amazing costumes.
Yeah. I mean, there's something about, we're all spectators and we all want to look and, like, touch and feel and, like, ooh, that's so pretty. Part of the geekdom, I think. Also, the people in the chat are, like, very, very endorsing of you guys. They're cheering for you, and they all wish that they could go to NatCon to see the NCC, but they will definitely be following the live stream.
Is there a chat? Where can we see this chat?
The chat is on YouTube, so if you go into the video, it's in a box right next to the video.
Oh.
Yes. So you can follow it there, but if you want to, I can send it to you as a document later, so you can see all the comments that have been posted during the show.
Cool.
Cool. All right, Enyassia, question 8.
Yes. This is a follow-up from the other. What are you nervous? I mean, is there anything you are nervous about or dreading?
Oh, I have a horrible stage fright. But, so, yeah. I'm dreading every second until I'm actually standing on stage, then it's fine. But every minute before, it's just horrible.
Yeah. I always get the need to pee before I go on stage. It's like...
And if you go to the toilet, nothing happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I have the opposite experience. If I go to the toilet, everything happens. I'm like, I was gone for 5 minutes.
That sounds traumatic.
A good friend of mine always says the most important life lesson of them all is pee when you can. You don't know when your next chance will be, so there's some solid life advice for you.
Yes, you heard it here. Pee when you can. Martina, are you dreading something or are you nervous about something?
I mean, it's ironic because usually my favorite part of cosplay, I say it's doing stage work, and I do stage work panels and performance panels at conventions and stuff. But I agree with Maiken. The stage at the NCC is absolutely terrifying, no matter how well prepared you are. And every time I ask myself, like, why am I doing this again? Why am I doing this? But in the end, it's such a rush when you get down, and I mean, it's natural to be nervous because I think there's like upwards of 500,000 people watching.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
You're making it worse.
I'm sorry. I will be suffering right there with you. I will be suffering with you. But no, it's gonna be fun. It's that kind of nervousness that gives you an extra edge, I think.
Even people who isn't really that into cosplay watched the live stream last year. I remember I have this friend who, she doesn't cosplay or anything, she was just sending me snaps like, oh, there's crazy cosplayers on the live stream. I was like, yeah, I know, of course I know.
Totally watching.
Yeah.
No, I remember we watched the NCC finals last year, and all we could talk about was like, I wish we had a time machine so we could go back and be at NatCon. Why are we not there?
Because we're stupid!
Yeah, and poor. I think
Oh,
I'm poor.
seriously, someone need to go feed that cat.
Sorry, she's just complaining that I'm not petting her.
Aww. Aww. Poor kitty.
I'm
We're used to
actually
having
not-
furry guests.
I'm actually not nervous about the whole stage thing. I know I'm gonna be nervous like 5 minutes before I'm due on stage, but I'm not particularly looking forward to my chest binder. My chest binder and I do not get along very well, at least not over longer periods of time. So that's what I'm not looking forward to. and being really, really hot and sticky in the dwarf costume. But that's kind of a yeah, it comes to the territory
That's
of
the dwarf
dwarfing.
experience.
Yes.
I
It's to create authentic smell.
will actually agree to this because I just remembered how many layers my Ori cosplay is gonna be, including a fat suit. And Narcon has this reputation of being like somewhere around 30 degrees Celsius generally, and
You should all be bringing these battery-driven fans that you can hold in your hands.
Martina, next time, if we ever make dwarves again, or if we decide to upgrade, we need to make that cooling system that they had in the movies, that we can just
plug us in. Yeah,
like,
I think so.
Sounds like a plan. I don't know. I think I would have been most scared about standing in front of the judges if I were to compete.
No, but the judges are really nice, though. I mean, at least every time I've been there, they're just genuinely lovely, and they are, even though, like, they will lift every seam, and they will go into a level of detail that I've never experienced anywhere else. It's ridiculous the thing they nitpick on. I know, having been one as well. But they're also really supportive and lovely at the same time, so it's not actually that bad.
Yeah, cool. Good to know. But I would probably still be terrified.
My mind always goes blank when the judges are asking me questions. I'm like, I don't know. Am I wearing a ribbon? I don't know.
But the way I'm thinking is that just to qualify to the NCC is like a victory by itself.
yeah.
Yes.
This is true. Absolutely. You always find the silver lining, Annabella.
Oh yes.
Okay. Do you want to do question 9, maybe?
Yeah. Have you guys noticed a surge of followers or an elevated amount of response from the community after you guys qualified?
Yeah, I'm a super ninja in the cosplay society, so no one knows.
Aww.
Well, you do have a very low profile. I will admit that. It's like I tried to find pictures of you in contests, or to see the cosplay you had qualified with, and I was like, I don't know, I can't find it. I don't know what you qualified with.
I know. I only got Facebook like 6 months ago or something because people forced me to do it, and I don't know.
Well, it's really very fun when you get into it, I think.
Yeah.
I enjoy having a page. So
I'll try.
Hopefully you will too. We're not going to force you or anything.
You just gotta update it more.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how about you guys? Have you noticed any difference?
I don't know, I think not really, but then I think I'm quite, I wouldn't say well known, but I'm around a lot in the cosplay community, like being an organizer for BansaiCon and helping out at other conventions and contests, and just generally being in places where you end up being visible. So I got some like extra surges after TorCon, but nothing more than what generally happens after every time I make a new costume or get into a contest or something like that. So nothing specific, I think.
Yeah, for my part, it's a little difficult to tell because the announcement that I'd gone through came in not that long after both London Super Comic Con and HobbitCon, during which I had had quite a lot of exposure. So I'm not sure what came from HobbitCon and LSCC and what came from the NCC nomination. So I'm not sure.
It's been a big year for you cosplay-wise, I think. Lots of attention.
Cool man! She's always complaining.
That's okay. okay. We're used to having furry guests. We have Annabella's dog and Enyassia's cat on all the time.
I just hope you guys don't hear him snoring because he's just sleeping 1 meter from me, snoring like an old man. So.
Gotta live up to the name, you know.
So, dear viewers, if you hear snoring, it's just Grandpa.
My dog.
Yes. I think Grandpa needs a cosplay of his own, but I know he hates putting on costumes.
No,
so.
he loves it. He likes
he
it.
does.
Yeah, he
That's
loves
someone-
his Slayer outfit. He has this denim Slayer outfit that I made out of like the bottom of an old pair of jeans, and I ironed on a really trashy patch with Slayer on the band. So apparently my dog is a Slayer fan.
It looks very cool though, and he's been a prison cell inmate for Halloween at some point.
Yeah, that costume he hated.
It was the hat.
Yeah, probably that.
Okay, getting back on subject, because we're very good at falling off. Do you think you will be repeating your previous performance, or will you be making a new routine? Ingrid, this goes mostly for you, I guess, and Mike and...
I'll be doing something new. Mainly because I don't feel comfortable using the same performance as I did at London Super Comic Con, because it's been done now, and yeah, so I don't really have much choice, really. But yeah, I've started working on a performance, and it's going to be something different.
Cool. Looking forward to seeing it. You're such a good performer. Thank you. Mike, how about you?
Yeah, I'm making a new one as well, since I'm making my character's twin brother, so we're gonna perform together.
So have you gotten far? Is it all nailed down, or are you still in process of making it?
Yeah, I've written down all the main ideas. I just have to make it all go together. Yeah, but I got the main ideas down. Make sure it's not too long, because we didn't have that much time.
Yeah.
And Martina, I assume you're having to make a completely new one.
Well, actually not, because I had a friend over from the States for HobbitCon, and we did a performance together. And while she will sadly not be able to join me for NarCon, I have been thinking I'm at least going to do the same scene, because that was always my plan. So I'm going to definitely upgrade it and do some new tweaks and probably do some cool things with it. But it will be sort of the same scene that I've done before.
So we're all going to cry.
Yes, a lot of people after that one came up to us and told us that we had made them cry. But, I mean, that was a Tolkien convention, and since the character isn't as well known outside of the fandom, it might not have that level of emotional impact at the NCC.
It might get a different reaction, but if it's good, you'll cry anyway. I mean,
I don't know, Ingrid, are you before or after me in the running? Like, I can't remember.
Oh, you're sounding a bit odd, Ingrid. Try again.
I can't remember. That's just
That's voice.
Total robot voice.
Yes, that's okay. So
I can see if I can find that out. But,
Oh my
yeah.
god, I'm like a Cyberman.
What is going on? Okay. No, well, just
Fairly late.
What?
Oh, she says she's fairly late in the show. So are you early in the show, Martina?
What? Oh, the
What is going on?
I don't know, I just hear a lot of noise.
Yeah, something happened.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ingrid, can you try muting your microphone?
Okay, let's see. I'll just try to do like this. Maybe that helps.
Yeah?
Okay, right. So we'll just have to.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yay!
But you're still a robot.
You all are.
Yeah. Oh dear, so much echo.
I'm sorry, I think you see your microphone, Ingrid, because it worked when you muted.
Okay, well, Ingrid can try and drop out of the conversation and come back in, maybe, and see if that helps.
I will try this.
Yes. Okay, so is the sound good again?
Yes.
Yes,
So,
okay.
yes.
Then it was definitely something happening there.
The chat is going crazy about it.
Yeah, the chat is like, oh, the echo, what's happening? You're all robots. We're sorry. Sometimes this happens.
Speaking of the chat, someone mentioned that there was a NCC live stream or live blogging page on Facebook last year, and I think that's happening again this year. So for anyone who can't come and watch it live, there will be a Facebook page where you can sit and everyone sees it together and comments and live blogs it.
Cool.
Cool.
So I will definitely be posting about that on my page when it happens.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for that. It seems like the sound is back to normal now, Ingrid, so you can probably talk again.
Yay!
Yay! Yes, now it works. Fantastic. We have a new hashtag, Adorkable Robots.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Last episode we got the hashtag Adorkables. I just
And don't
start-
steal the feels.
don't steal.
Yeah, adorable steely feels.
Something like that. Okay. Right. So, question 11. Do you think you'll continue competing in cosplay contests after the NCC?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have a little bit of a break, mind you, for my because it's been a bit intense now.
That's what JC said last year, too. That didn't happen.
I've said that every time I've done the NCC or another big contest. Like, I'm gonna have a break. I'm not gonna do any more big international qualifiers. And like, it lasts for max a year, and then it's like, nope, I want to make this big thing.
It's a bit of an addiction.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, every cosplayer I know is at least a little bit of a masochist in terms of subjecting ourselves to pain for this hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start a project and you think that's not so bad, and then midway through you're like, why did I do this to myself?
The problem is it doesn't seem so bad when you just look at the main images and then you start going into details. It's all the details.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I have that same feeling about the Link cosplay right now because you see it. It's like it's a tunic, it's a hat, it's pants, it's a shirt, and then like, okay, it actually has like themes, collars and belts and things that you put on your hands, bracers.
Yes, gloves and bracers and stuff. And yeah, it's more than you think it's going to be. Definitely, always.
I don't have those kind of skills.
Yeah, I found the list for the record, so I am quite late, so you'll be out on stage for me.
So I will ruin your emotions before you go on stage. That's great.
Yes, yes. Waterproof makeup, yep.
Yep. No makeup at all, because if you're me, it doesn't matter. Waterproof or not, it's coming off.
That's okay, because I know your performance is going to be quite emotional as well, which means I won't have to deal with crying over that before I go on stage.
Okay. So
I have one question too. and that is because it's not obvious that everybody who listens to this know when the NCC competition will have its place. So, do any of you guys want to answer that?
This is the last weekend of July, so that would be the 30th, I think, of July, if I'm not entirely wrong.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The hashtag thing is just living for. It has its own life. Are the Adorkables also procrastinators?
Yes.
Yes. Procrastinators for life.
For life.
Yes. We have some very dedicated fans in the chat. All right.
There's a very long hashtag here. I can't even read it.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to read it later. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much all the questions we had for the main theme, and we're going to go over time today, so we're just going to have to move along to the geekery section, where we ask people if they've watched or read or listened to anything interesting this week.
I've been sick or just too tired to do anything, so I've actually watched a lot of stuff this week. I have finished The Walking Dead, and I love The Walking Dead, and I just can't wait for the next season. And I have read, so I'm almost finished with the last book from the Raven Ring series, and I started watching iZombie, and I started watching, oh my god, the cannibal guy, Hannibal.
Oh, that one, yeah.
And also I've been watching the usual shows that I usually watch, like Being Human and Bones and some Doctor Who and...
Sorry.
Nerd.
Total Being Human nerd. Oh gosh, I'm really, really, really disappointed. Well, not disappointed, but really sad, because it turns out that the entire original trio from Being Human, which is Russell Tovey, Aidan Turner, and Lenora Kraitlov, is going to be at MCM in May, and I can't go.
No.
Sadness.
What?
Would have been
Maybe I
so
should
cool.
go anyway.
If any one of you were kind of planning on going anything like Being Human, then the three of them are going to be there. So...
I don't know. I have no plans because I have no idea when I can afford to travel at all, but that would be so cool to be able to meet them.
I am seriously reconsidering, when is MCM May?
It's the last weekend in May. I
Maybe
think.
if I get really cheap flight tickets, because I can sleep there for free, I think.
Do it.
Do it if you can do it.
I mean, I don't know the other two too well, but I've followed Lenora Kraitlov on Twitter and on Instagram. When she was there, I think she's kind of pulled out of the whole social media. But she's really lovely, and she seems like just a really nice person to meet. So I would absolutely love to meet her.
Okay. Annabella, we have to deal with the chat because they're like, did I hear Doctor Who? Doctor Who? Did you see Doctor Who? Sunniva, we need to know, apparently.
I just watched it. I didn't see it, but...
We have some very seriously dedicated Doctor Who fans in the audience, and Sunniva and I haven't really been into it, you know. So they're like, did you watch it?
Oh my god, what?
It's very funny. They're so cute. Okay, have you guys watched or read or listened to anything? Beyond cinema?
I binge watched the entire rest of season 1 and the entire season 2 of Penny Dreadful.
That is good.
I started watching and then I stopped watching it because it wasn't available anymore because I didn't have HBO anymore, and then I got HBO again, and now I've been watching again, and it's amazing. It's freaking awesome. I love the amount of really interesting female characters there, and they've got them in a lot of age ranges as well. It's not just 18-year-olds, and they're all thoroughly enjoyable. So I'm really, really into that.
Cool. I've only seen a few episodes of Penny Dreadful, but you're making me want to see more.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's really good. I mean, the first episode of season 2. Actually, I did see the whole first season, and then I watched season 2, episode 1, and I was kind of like, "Ooh, this is kind of corny." Like, cheesy, because it was kind of like very in your face, and then it kind of got really good after the first episode. So I was just like, oh wow, okay, I'm glad I rewatched it now.
Yeah, because that was my concern too. I thought it was a bit corny in the first episode, and like, it's maybe a bit too much in my face. But
Yeah,
if it gets better, then it's probably worth watching. Yes.
yeah.
Maiken, do you have any recommendations?
I recently started watching Sense8, and I think it's amazing.
What was that?
Yes, Sense8!
Ooh.
Everyone should watch it.
So exciting. I'm trying to figure out what it's really about, but I can't understand it quite yet, so I'm really excited about watching more.
The thing with Sense8 is it starts off quite slowly, so don't get discouraged just because it doesn't seem to get into the action in the first couple of episodes. You need to give it a little bit of time to grow into its very complex plot, but when it does, it is so good.
Cool. I don't mind slow beginnings. Sometimes they're, in their place. Sometimes they're necessary.
It has quite a large cast of main characters, and you kind of need that time to really get to know them.
Cool. We'll definitely check it out. Any other recommendations?
Oh, I saw Civil War.
Yes.
I did.
I need to see that.
Yes, me too.
I need to see it again.
I saw it twice, and I need to just see it more times. But ever since then, I've been kind of back in my Marvel rush. I've been rewatching everything, and also catching up on the second season of Daredevil, which is really good.
Daredevil is great.
Daredevil is great.
Yeah, I thought the first
Civil
season
War has
was
Sebastian
better.
Stan. Civil War has Sebastian Stan.
Civil War has Sebastian Stan, and that really is all you need.
Yes, this is very true.
As me and Ingrid are very strongly # Team Bucky forever.
Let Bucky have his stand plums. That's all I'm saying.
And a hug. Someone give Bucky a hug.
Give Bucky a hug.
The fact that no one hugged Bucky throughout the entirety of Civil War is just... It's not okay. It's not acceptable.
No, it's not. # spoilers.
You destroyed the movie for me. It's completely destroyed now.
No Bucky hug.
No Bucky hugs.
There's some.
I think we'll take care of it.
The forum is, if you spoil again, I'll go.
Yeah.
No, that's not a spoiler.
No.
No, but we have done it before. That's why we steal feelings.
Because we spoil.
Shame.
Shame.
Yeah.
Well, it was accidental. I mentioned that Star Wars The Force Awakens made me cry, and apparently that was enough to ruin the whole film for Annabella.
What?
Well, no spoilers here, because I cried just, seeing Sebastian Stan, because he's so beautiful.
So, yes. Apparently I have the power to spoil and steal feelings. Okay, well, I've started reading Elantris by Brandon Sanderson, which is one of my favorite fantasy authors. So I haven't gotten very far, but so far I like the concept of it. So I can recommend it. Pretty much everything he's written.
Word.
Yes, word. And I don't know, I haven't really had time to watch a lot of things because I've been writing my dissertation. And yeah. Oh, but I have been watching a lot of Critical Role, which is an live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons session, which consists of only voice actors. So there are amazing voice acting and characters in that show, and it's so fun. So everyone should check it out on geekandsundry.com or on YouTube.
I have book recommendations.
Oh, cool.
Because I actually had, like, being sick for 3 weeks, have some time to read. And, I mean, usually I read just a lot of fanfic recently because it's easier to get to and finish. and I love it so much. But also, I've finally started Red Seas Under Red Skies, with the second book of the Gentleman Bastard series.
God, I love Scott Lynch so much!
The Lies of Locke Lamora is such a good book that everyone should get to. It will give you feels and also entertain you so much.
Also, it is amazing on audiobook. It is fucking fantastic on audio.
Sorry, I just got a message from Ida Starbit.
What did Ida say?
I just got a message from Ida Starbit Cosplay, and she said that, yeah, I'm watching the stream in the bathtub. Starbit approves.
It's such a good image to have that you know how she's watching us like that. Thank you, Ida.
Yeah. CosCast, bathtub friendly. Okay, yes, but Red Seas Under Red Skies.
And also one is called Simon versus the Homo sapien Agenda, which is just a very gay and very adorable book.
That sounds fantastic. I love the title.
It's like I got through it in a day just being sick, and it made me feel so much better.
Cool. Okay, I think we're like 10 minutes over time now, so we should probably start wrapping it up. But thank you for all your great recommendations.
Ida says you're welcome.
Thank you, Ida. Okay, so if people want to follow you guys, they can find you on Facebook. Just look for Ingrid Beast Cosplay, Clumsy Cat Cosplay, and Teresa's Cosplay. And they can find us at Pixiedust Cosplay, Annabella Cosplay, and Enyassia Cosplay. We can also be found on YouTube at The CosCast Show, and on Instagram at The CosCast. Do you guys have any pages you want to share?
You should follow the NCC Team Norway page, probably, if you're interested in that kind of thing.
Definitely do.
We will update at some point. We're not very good at that yet.
No.
You can share this episode on the page.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, it's been lovely having you guys over, and thank you all for choosing to come on the show.
Oh, actually, before we wrap it up, there's one thing that I'd like to share, and there's a new Facebook page called Up and Coming Cosplay. And it's basically a page that features and promotes cosplayers with fewer than 10,000 followers, which I think is a really nice thing, because there's a lot of cosplayers who don't have that many followers who never get featured in anything because you have to have like 20,000 followers or something ridiculous.
Sure. I have 157, so.
Basically, you can send in a submission for having your cosplay featured. So check them out and like their page, and there's lots of really, really cool cosplayers there. So if you're looking for some new cosplayers to follow, that's a really good place to start.
I have found some really good cosplayers there, and it makes me so happy to just find new people and learn about their pages.
It's always fun. Okay. But yeah, so let's continue the wrap up. You're all also very welcome to return to the show anytime you would like. And next Sunday, I'm not sure who will be getting on, but I think we want to aim for the Frankie Viking, so we'll see if he's available. Yes,
Yay!
that'll be fun. And yes, thanks you guys for watching, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.